And your name is?
Mike?
Mike, you're the foreman here?
Yes.
I understand a new restaurant's coming into town.
That's true.
Do you know the name of it?
It's called the Appalachian.
And what will they do? Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. Something completely different, as you know, as I like to do. I want to take you on a tour of some of the new stuff that is in Sevierville. Let me show you some of it. What you're looking at here is the new Smoky Mountain Gateway. This, as you can see, is still under construction, but for the most part, the main building has been completed. Now, this is a brand new project that just came into Sevierville. Now, Sevierville is a booming town, which happens to be directly adjacent to Pigeon Forge. Smoky Mountain Gateway offers Publix, Hamrick's, Five Below, and so many other stores. Now, if you don't know anything about Sevierville, it is named after John Sevier, first governor of Tennessee. And this place has been booming for a long, long time. A lot of people have to drive through Sevierville in order to get to their local favorite spot, which would be Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. But do not rule out Sevierville as a place for you to go, you and your family, because there are more stores, more restaurants, more things to do than you can imagine. Definitely more stores, more restaurants and shops than Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg. It's just a fact. Just people haven't quite discovered Sevierville yet they drive through it all the time, and they're seeing it grow in leaps and bounds, and I mean in leaps and bounds. Stores are popping up all the time. They're building on both sides of the highway, which is Parkway or South 66, heading into Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. And let me show you some of the good stuff that you're going to find in Sevierville, Tennessee, right after this. Here's a little information about Sevierville. Sevierville is a city in East Tennessee. To the south, Great Smoky Mountains National Park has forest trails and waterfalls. A statue of country singer Dolly Parton, a Sevierville native, is downtown right by the 1896 Beaux Arts style courthouse. The Tennessee Museum of Aviation has vintage aircraft, including two very rare P-47 Thunderbolts. To the east, the Forbidden Caverns are vast underground caves with calcite formations and so many things to see. A great place to go, Forbidden Caverns. Check out one of our videos on the Forbidden Caverns. You'll love it. The weather here in Sevierville is usually 62 degrees during the day during this time of the season. Winds are pretty much out of the northwest most of the time, and the weather is excellent most of the time. We don't usually experience severe weather here in Sevierville, even though the name has Sevier in it, but the Sevierville was named after John Sevier, the first governor in Tennessee. Now, I know a lot of you come into Pigeon Forge, you come into Gatlinburg, and you love seeing the sights and all the touristy things to do. But a lot of people fail to remember or even realize that most of the attractions that you go to are actually in Sevierville. They're not in Pigeon Forge. Let me explain. If you go to the Titanic Museum, an attraction, that's in Sevierville. If you go to the Hatfield and McCoy's dinner show, that too is in Sevierville. If you go to Wonderworks, that's just over the edge of Sevierville and Pigeon Forge. The Parrot Mountain and Gardens, that is in Sevierville. Hollywood Wax Museum is in Sevierville. NASCAR Speedway Smoky Mountains is in Sevierville. Tanger Mall is in Sevierville. If you're going to go to Olive Garden, that's also Sevierville. If you're going to go to Red Lobster, that is in Sevierville. See what I'm saying? There's a lot more in Sevierville than you actually know. If you're going to Pigeon Forge Snow, that's right on the border of Sevierville, Pigeon Forge. Forbidden Caverns is in Sevierville. There's so much to do in this town, you just didn't realize it. You want to know some more places that you could go to in Sevierville that you thought all this time were in Pigeon Forge? All right, let me share them with you. Smoky Mountain Knife Works, one of the most visited knife work and gun shops in the United States, is in Sevierville. In fact, as soon as you get off 40, whichever way you come from east or west, at the top of the hill as you're getting on 66 South, you will see Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I highly suggest that you take your family there and go to that place. It is an amazing place, the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. It's more than knives and so much more than guns. It's 3 stories of everything you could imagine for the outdoors, for you and your entire family. You want clothes, boots, shoes, guns, knives, hunting equipment, camping equipment, fishing equipment, anything that has to do with the outdoors. And one of my favorite places is the Relic Room, where there are tens of thousands of artifacts and collectibles from all over the world. Only one place has it, and that's the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Hatfield and McCoy's Dinner Show, that is in Sevierville. Like I said, the Titanic Museum attractions, Wonderworks, that's in Sevierville. The Christmas Place, do check out our video on the Christmas Place. That is in Sevierville. Hollywood Wax Museum is in Sevierville. NASCAR Speedway, Smoky Mountain Park, great place to take the kids, have a fun day. It is also in Sevierville. Ripley's Old McDonald's Farm, mini golf, right there in Sevierville across from the Tanger Mall. See, there is a lot to do in Sevierville. You just didn't know it. But that's why we bring this to you on Vacation Station TV. We want you to have a good time. We want you to explore the Smoky Mountains. And it's so much more than just the tourist stops that you believe were the only places for you to go. It's more than Pigeon Forge. It's more than Gatlinburg. And hello again. Welcome back to Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. And as promised, I'm going to take you on a little walk around Sevierville and the renovation of downtown Sevierville. It is a beautiful place. These are the little shops that will be, a lot of them will be opening up very soon. Some are just waiting for complete renovation. Look how beautiful this architecture is. They're dropping in new sidewalks. As you can see, the city is working very hard to make this place look really good. Now, as you can see, the road is still closed over here, but this is all brand new road, brand new sidewalks they put in. And if you want to come to the Dolly Parton statue, it's right here by the old courthouse, right there. Now tell me that's not a beautiful courthouse. Look at that. You could see that from, over a mile back. Even the clock works. Isn't that something? Usually in these little small towns, the clocks don't work. But this place, the clock actually works. There's the little Sevierville information. And here is the Dolly Parton statue right there. It's a beautiful statue of her. She is absolutely instrumental in putting Sevierville on the map, and you should thank her often. Send her an email or a card and thank her for this, because if it wasn't for Dolly Parton, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg would be a mere shadow of what they are today, because she has put this place on the map. Whether you like it or not, it is the truth. Absolutely gorgeous. City doing more measuring and preparing for renovations. Holistic vitamins and supplements at cause and effect. The Victoria Mall. Garden Floritique. And it's amazing that even during the pandemic, Sevierville was busy working, keeping their people working and on the clock, and doing lots of things to make downtown Sevierville what it is today. And it's a beautiful spot to come. Now one day all this work will be over. This is more of the courthouse. This is the U.S. Army statue right here to commemorate our brave soldiers, men and women. So this is the courthouse. This is where you would come in with your driver's license over here and take care of all your documentation. So they're busy at work here. Getting ready to lay new road. There it is. I mean, you could see it. They're framing it up, ready to pour cement. This is an excellent place to just take the family and just take a walk around town. Now, a lot of these stores aren't open yet, but it's still beautiful enough for you to just come and take a walk around. There's the chimes. Bottom of the hour. The Ogle building. Ogle is a very big name in this town. It's one of the founding names. They've been here forever. Someday I hope this opens up again, because this was the place to come for donuts and sandwiches. The bakery deli, this was world famous donuts. It's the Courthouse Donuts. Due to the shutdown, they were forced to shut down. And who knows what's going to happen now with all the new shutdown. There's all the piping.
I think it's just this side of that. Okay, so he just needs to come in off.
Really nice. And just look, you can tell these buildings are old. And soon they will be completely filled. So if you were thinking, now if you're a thinking person, you're looking for maybe to open a business, this is the place to come and start renting, getting ready to lease, work out something with them. U.S. Foods. Gray's Burgers. Now this, I understand, is a new place. I don't think it's open yet. They're still prepping it. But I bet it's going to be good. Look at that woodwork on the front of the building. Just look at that woodwork. This is one of the original little places to hang out back in the old days. A little I'm trying to walk and talk at the same time and not trip and break my neck. Good. Nice little roundabout there. But you can see, if you can look past the construction, and look to the future, you could see that this is going to be quite a quaint little town, a little place to go. They're still open, the Wanderlust Salon and Spa. This used to be where the Salvation Army used to be. They've moved further downtown now. Getting ready to do more work. I mean, it's just, to me, this is exciting because I'm watching progress.
I ought to pay you for seeing your beautiful face in that early.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm good.
You're on Vacation Station TV?
Oh, no.
Yeah. What are we getting ready to do here?
I think they're getting ready to put a cooler in inside this restaurant.
Oh, so there's a restaurant going in.
Yes, sir. Oh, you all right, kind sir?
That was a good place for that.
Yes, this is going to be a restaurant.
So this, do you know the name of it by any chance?
No, sir, I sure don't. I'm working here and stuff, but have you seen this over here? I mean, I think it's pretty neat.
I love the murals. You know how they put the murals on the wall? Historic jail bars. Oh, these are...
And right here
Look
they are,
at-
the original bars.
Look at that. So those are from the county jail, I'm
Yes, sir.
assuming.
This right here,
Wow.
kindly tells you about it and stuff.
This is very cool indeed. Historic jail bars. On March 31st, 1856, Sheriff Lamel Dugan accidentally started a fire that destroyed the courthouse and adjacent jail. 41 houses, most businesses, and valuable county records. A 13-year-old inmate perished. Witnesses never forgot the dying screams of the young man. Afterwards, the jail bars were salvaged for various projects during the rebuilding of the town. Eventually, some of them were crafted into gates to cover storm drains. This is one of the two that remain. How about that?
Ain't that-
That's cool.
That's pretty neat.
That's history. And your name is?
Mike?
Mike, you're the foreman here?
Yes.
I understand a new restaurant's coming into town.
That's true.
Do you know the name of it?
It's called the Appalachian.
And what will they be featuring?
Appalachian cuisine that's normal to the area, but an upscale twist to it.
Very good. I've noticed that Sevierville has taken a completely different approach to redoing and revitalizing this town.
Yes.
And what I've noticed is they're definitely focusing on the upscale, mid to upscale audience. And that's pretty good. I think that was smart thinking in their plans.
Well, yes, they're embodying a kind of a single focus down here rather than a dissected everybody having a difference of opinion. And of course, you know, they've had some government grants to redo the streets and the sidewalks and the landscapes in downtown. And also with that comes some grants for the facades and stuff like that. And this is similar to what was happening when we the revitalization of downtown Chattanooga, the revitalization of downtown Knoxville. This is a similar situation that's going on here, is that it was time for the old city in Sevierville to get a facelift.
Talking about the revitalization of Sevierville. What prompted them to do this? Was it the grants, or did somebody say we need to start making this place beautiful again?
Well, I think that the people, the city of Sevierville could answer that for you, because you know, I don't work for the city of Sevierville, and it was them that done it. I know that the powers that be have probably known that this needed and was coming and needed to be for a long time. I think that some of the grants created the opportunity to make it possible for now, but as far as an accurate answer on that, I think you need to talk to the city of Sevierville.
I've noticed now that we have a new restaurant growing up, you got Wright Contracting. A lot of these places that are now empty, are they now leased and ready to go, or are they still up for lease?
This is leased. This has been built out and is available for lease. That building's leased. Most of them are leased down through there. The Salvation Army is going to be redone. If you walk down there and look at the poster on the window front or the storefront, you'll see the rendering of what their envision is of what it's going to be. Now, reality of a vision versus a build out, and the things that you run into when
Modifications.
Yeah, it can be changed somewhat.
Will it be the Salvation Army again?
I'll see that. Get you back here.
Another one coming up the
Yes,
one way.
actually, I don't know. It's probably, there's two places down there. One of them's going to have a brewery in it, and
Really?
it was going to be the Salvation Army building, but it could be the next building down from it that's vacant, and then something else go in there.
Very good. It's starting to take shape, and I appreciate you talking with
Right.
me. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Very good. I enjoyed that. I love talking to the people that know what's going on around here. And as you heard, and your first name again was?
Mike.
Mike was saying that with the government grants and the shutdown, it allowed the town to come in and really focus on revitalizing downtown Sevierville. And as he's mentioning, a lot of these stores now are leased. There may be some that aren't, but the nice thing is that they will all look brand new. Beauty and the Beast Bridal Boutique, Republican Party headquarters. As you can see, stores are starting to come in because traffic, as you see, is coming in. They want to know what's going on in downtown Sevierville. This has been here a long time. Sims Barbershop. How many years, I'm not really sure, but Butlers and Sims have been here. He's still cutting hair, and he's probably been doing that for years and years and years. They still have the piano lessons place, piano lessons and more. Really neat. Sevier County Heritage Museum is right there. You want to come down and see what actually, how Sevierville started, where it came from, how it changed over the years. This is the place. Now that right there, that's the major intersection that if you make a right, that'll take you right into Pigeon Forge. If you head straight, that'll take you further down Dolly Parton Parkway, which is to your left. Dolly Parton Parkway would be to the left. You go down there, there's all sorts of the government buildings, water department, police station, and this is so much of a cool town. That's why I brought you here today. I wanted you to see a town in the changing, a town that's growing, being revitalized, and being brought back to life. Because when we first moved here 5 years ago, downtown Sevierville was rough. Good people. There was no bad people here. It was just rough. It had been worn down, and it needed a revitalization, and there was no money for it. But what happened is the government grants came in, and instead of blowing it on stupid projects, which a lot of your towns usually do, you know, they go out to somewhere 20-30 miles away and they revitalize something nobody goes to. They put all the money right back into downtown Sevierville, which I think was very smart and very wise for them to reinvest in their future, because it is. The future of Sevierville is here, and it's now. And if you're thinking of moving from wherever it is you are, and you're wondering where you should move, I highly recommend living in Sevier County. I live in Sevier County. I love it here. Right now it's probably 70 degrees outside. Beautiful, beautiful blue skies, Smoky Mountains behind me. Pigeon Forge just up the street, Gatlinburg just up the street, Smoky Mountain National Park just up the street. But yet we're far enough out of town, out of the tourist town area, that I don't feel congested. I don't feel like it's claustrophobic. You know how it gets sometimes. You know what I mean. You go into the tourist areas, and after a few hours, you want to get out. You just want to get out and just go. But this is such a cool little town, and I love showing it to you. Because you could walk around here. Let me tell you something. Haven't seen one homeless person, haven't seen a dope head, haven't seen an alcoholic. I don't see anybody stumbling around the streets like I have in other places. Like we've been to Asheville. I love Asheville as a town. It's a hip town, a lot of homeless, a lot of dopers, and yeah, I don't feel unsafe, but I don't feel completely safe. But in Sevierville, I feel completely safe. And if you check, the reason, by the way, Marie and I moved here, I did my homework, and I went online and I investigated the lowest crime rate, highest percentage of income per hour for somebody working, and home prices. And at the time, 5 years ago, home prices were very, very low. I can't say that anymore. There are some areas that are fairly reasonable, but there's a lot of places the property values is just skyrocketing. You still have time to get in. You still have time to cash in and get yourself a cabin or a piece of property and build a cabin or build a house or whatever it is you want to do. But I do always recommend getting a cabin. You will never regret owning a cabin. Never. You may go in, be a little apprehensive, and say, well, I don't know about cabin life. It's no different than having a house, only it's so much prettier and just so much a better investment for your money. Definitely your money will double or triple in a short amount of time. So if you have the extra money, buy 2 or 3 cabins. Be smart, okay? Here's more government buildings here. All around, this is the historic hotel. I'll take you to the, there is, I bet nobody knows this. That's the original Emery right there. Emery 5 and Dime right there. That's the old building. Now they're in Pigeon Forge, as you know, on the island. But here is the original Emery right there. This is the bank, plus offices. The historic hotel is, this is a place, if you want top of the line, upper crust, you want a good hotel. It's not a very big hotel, but it's a beautiful hotel. It's not your Motel 6. I'll tell you that. It's not a Motel 6. Take you here. This is the back way. And like I said, I walk around here and I feel completely safe walking in here. And they're rebuilding, doing so much stuff. Doing more block work. You can see all the decorator block that they're doing. This is the back of the hotel. I love taking you on these little tours. It gives me a chance to kind of do adventurous stuff. There's the main street again. This is the Green Waters, Ogle, and McCarter's another big name in this town. Lots of McCarter stuff. They're powerful people. This is Central Hotel, by the way, if you need to know what it is. The Central Hotel. Honeybee Coffee Company. This is definitely going to be... Hi!
What did you say that show was?
I'm sorry?
What's the name of your show?
Vacation Station TV. There's a card.
Thank you. I'm from Harlan, Kentucky, and I'll look at up stuff.
Very good. And like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Anyone you want to shout out to while I got your attention?
I'll shout out to everybody in whole world. Have a safe day.
Have safe. Anybody in Kentucky? Anybody?
My wife, my kids, Lisa, Jolene, Tyler, Brian. Love every one of y'all.
Make sure you get them to go on Vacation Station TV, and they'll see Dad say hello to his kids.
I will. You have a great day.
Thank you, my friend.
Weekend.
Yes, you too. A safe one, my friend. There's another subscriber. I love it. I love good people when I run into them. And that's a good guy right there. He's a good guy. Hard worker, you could tell. I mean, you can see they're still building. They're framing for the sidewalks here. They haven't even gotten to it yet. Now this is right here. This is Main Street. We're looking at Main Street right here. Carl Ownby and Company, they've been around here forever. BB&T. This is the Central Hotel, 1890. This has been completely redone, inside and out, upper and lower. The Central Hotel. Look at those upper suites. Look at that. This is not your $59 hotel. This is not your flea bag hotel. This is a quality hotel. And let's face it, there are some people that want nothing but quality. And okay, here it is, right here in Sevierville. Let's go in and try not to get thrown out, okay? Let's see what we can do.